build up all of its tokens and stuff while we were playing a bit of control removal options.
Yes. And with a $400 budget, we can like fit all the good copy cards as well. Okay, so what do we want to call it?
Home troll. No, that sounds terrible. No, don't do that. I got some serious cum troll over here.
Comb troll. Got it. Yeah, it's spelled like that. KOM. Yep. All right. So we need our commander. I wonder how much money it is.
It's down a lot. It's down a lot.
Nice. Set commander. I was thinking Rashmi would be good in these kind of decks.
Oh yeah. This is very much like, it's almost like we're probably gonna almost like in theory be building Rashmi control with like Koma.
Yes. And what's the Arrhenius Vial duplication? Arrhenius Vial duplication. That's a good one. Definitely Helm of the Host.
Sakashima and Spark Double.
Yep, Sakashima. And Spark Double. Whoa, they're merging. Is there any other... Isn't there like a green one that gets rid of legendary, or am I remembering wrong? Like a green blue?
I don't think so.
I think that's most of them.
But a cool thing we have to run this elemental bond's actually really cool in this deck because all of our tokens are 3/3s. So as long as our commander's in play, elemental bonds it's a free extra draw every turn.
So elemental bond and tribute to the world tree then.
Yeah,
because it's the same thing, except tribute's better.
Now if we're building a control deck, do we go spell slinger or do we actually go more just like creature control? Because like
we could do like beast whisperers and creatures like that.
Because we play like more like that, like where like the creature ETB counter spells, like Hullbreaker Horror. We can still run like other counterspell stuff, but if we run it into more of the creature side, then it builds some of those synergies with that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like Seedborn
Hello,
Muse is kind of gross. Oh, is Marty here? What's going on, dude?
Definitely gonna want like a Guardian project.
Yeah, he's getting those Doritos. It's okay. I just got my chest full of like dust and probably black mold.
Black mold.
It's good for you. Oh, like Venzer is probably really cool too.
I also like Silverback. Or is it Silverback Elder? Is that the?
Yeah. Or
yes. Jurid of Purification.
we could probably do like a. You want to do like a Peregrine Drake combo?
Sure.
Because we have a lot of ETB effects, so like Navigator, Peregrine Drake, and Navigator with anything that I Navigator with like a lot of our stuff. Just seems really cool.
Guess like a Blue Sun Zenith.
Mm-hmm.
That's a way we could kill people. Zendikar Resurgent.
Sublime Epiphany. I love in these kind of decks.
We can run Eternal Witness.
Oh, the Mystic Snake and Frilled Mystic. Yo, I want to build this already. I mean, we still very realistically could still play like instants and sorceries.
Well, yeah, we should. I mean, Seasons Pass.
Oh, you know what'd be really good in this deck? Because of how expensive our commander is, Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt.
Yeah, funny guy over here. Yeah. No, it was their time. Especially after watching the MTG daily and, you know, like, Gavin Verhey is, like, the lead for Commander, and, like, even he apologized for Arcane Signet, Jeweled Lotus, Dockside.
Wait, Arcane Signet?
Yeah, he apologized for Arcane Signet because... Have you ever looked at how much Arcane... It's the second most played card in Commander. Soul Ring is like 94%. Arcane Signet is 77% played.
Yeah, but it's not broken.
No, it's not broken. But it is a design...
Mind Stone that makes colors.
Right, but it is a design mistake because out of every other 2-mana Mana Rock, which is like what a good rate is for Commander, it is the best one by far. Like, none of them even come close to being in the same tier as a 2-mana Mana Rock as Arcane Signet.
It's true.
Yeah, it is the most generic, and the reason why I can never see it getting banned, I'm not saying it should be banned, but he's admitting that it was a design mistake coming from the horse's mouth because it was just too generic. Like, and every deck can play it because it's colorless. So, like, it became like this Soul Ring type card that, like, he says that he doesn't like a game where there are, like, standard includes in your deck. He's like, he doesn't like when the game becomes like, you have to include the, like, once you start a deck, it's like there's these auto includes like Command Tower, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, you know, like, he doesn't like cards like that in the format is what he's basically saying. Like,
so he's saying the Commander built cards shouldn't be played for Commander.
No. He's saying that the Arcane Signet was a mistake. He's not saying that it's a problem, but he's trying to keep away cards like the One Ring or like Arcane Signet. Like, he was like, we would never design a card like this again. Like, Arcane Signet already exists, so, like, it's never getting banned. But he said, if you watch the MTG interview, that it was a mistake. Along with Jeweled Lotus should have never been printed, and Dockside should have never been printed. Which I was like, wow, like, that's crazy to hear from them. Like, to find, because...
Those are very different in their power level.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But he threw in Arcane Signet anyway because he is right. It is 77% of decks. The next card that is most played is in like 30 or something. Like, they're kind of in their own tier of like the most played cards in the format.
Well, I'm gonna throw it out there that in 100 card decks, where a singleton you don't have consistency, some generic stuff that everybody could play is not necessarily a bad thing.
No. He never said that the power level Arcane Signet is the problem. It's the just how better it is than all the other 2-mana Mana Rocks, you know? Plus,
But
that's why they're not going to ban
Soul
Soul Ring.
That.
No, we did, like, and that's fine. Like, for 5-color decks, it's great. Like, and for 4-color decks, even 3-color decks, it's fantastic. Like, because
Felwar, if you're in a 5-color deck, Felwar Stone is almost just as good.
Dude, I run it in Villas. Like, it's if you're a Mana Rock deck, like, there are so many decks that play Arcane Signet. Like, it's great. Like, I don't think it's ever gonna get banned, but he apologized for a design mistake because every other 2-mana Mana Rock had a stipulation to it. And this was the most generic. He printed a Command Tower on a 2-mana Mana Rock, and he's like, those were design mistakes that we wouldn't do now. Which, hearing that from Gavin makes me happy, you know, that, like, after watching the weekly MTG, I feel a little bit better that they said they're going to keep it community driven, which is good. Like,
that's true, because it's a community-made based game.
And they also answered the stupid question that people say all the time, which is like, why didn't Wizards take the format already? If like, they could have taken the format whenever they wanted. And it's like Aaron said, like, who is like one of the biggest high ups at the company. He's like the vice president of game design, so like everything goes through him. He said like we didn't want to change it because it was working. Like why would we take a good thing? Like it's working. And like my only problem is now is like when we get a Nadu level card, like we don't have that buffer anymore because like they have to be you know
Hmm.
like at the end of the day they have to sell cards. Like that is my only problem. But knowing that Gavin Verhey is going to run it, I am okay with seeing how this is going to go.
Yeah, oh my
Um,
god, Nadu. What? It's like, hey, do you know equipping triggers him? There's
there's always
zero
going to
mana
be cards
equips.
that are played
Wow.
more than other. Get rid of Mana Crypt now. Mana Vault goes up. Yeah, but they're not even in the same league as each other, though. Like, they
No.
really hit the problem childs. Like, you can't say that Mana Vault. Like, if we're talking about the tier of Mana Rocks in every format, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and Moxes are, like, all on the same tier as each other. And notice that all of those are banned except for Soul Ring. Because they said that they're never going to ban Soul Ring, and they even made it a bracket 0 when they were talking about the brackets
We have some
because it's
boxes
in
that are
every
playable.
precon. Yes, but the they have stipulations. They're
Yeah,
not
they're
free
conditional.
boxes.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about any of those because those would be in like I would put them below Mana Crypt and Soul Ring because
Well, yeah,
they
because they're
require discarding
conditional.
a land. You have to imprint one of them. Mox Hammer has to have a legendary. So
Mm.
like those were all printed well, but Jeweled Lotus Mana Crypt, those did not have stipulations. You could play them in anything. They made mana, and that's why they got banned. And Dockside, we don't even have to talk about.
Yeah.
He comboed with a fart. Like, look,
Just-
a Deadeye Navigator, that's a combo.
You know who also combos with a fart? Fast as Oracle, but we
Yeah,
still have that bitch.
yes, but also with the bracket system coming, people are gonna the problem isn't Thassa's Oracle itself, it's if you play easy win cons and then your Thassa's Oracle is the win con, because you're not actually seeing Demonic Consultation. If you actually look at the number that Demonic Consultation's played, Thassa's Oracle's played a lot, right? It has a high percentage on its own.
Mm.
But Demonic Consultation and Tainted Pact are not played as much. Which is why when they do the bracket system and that's Oracle, Tainted Pact, and because they said combos are actually going to show up together on the bracket system. So like Thassa's Oracle Demonic Consultation is going to be a 4, and like they're going to show up together as like if you have this in your deck, understand this is not a casual level of play. Like this is not okay. Like but yeah, like that Oracle
Well,
is
and
was
another
a
thing I'm
mistake.
also thinking about too is if you think about it, like you could just play a Dockside Extortionist and get tons of value out of it. If you just play a Thassa's Oracle, you
Does
just
nothing.
kind of
Yeah.
set up the top your next draw,
right.
which on its own it's not great.
You're right. You're right. You're
At least
exactly right.
Dockside at worst situations, you're like, okay, I'm gonna make 10 mana this turn.
It was the best
Or 2
ritual
mana.
ever in the game because it was a creature that had an ETB. So it
Mhm.
worked with every commander that blinked. Like in Atraxa, like I think
Dockside?
Atraxa was what finally broke it. Yeah,
Or,
like
or we just pair it with Deadeye Navigator.
yeah,
Two of
no,
the Smashers blink.
exactly. Like Teamer Sabretooth, like but yeah, and the only reason so Mana Vault actually Grim Monolith and Ancient Tomb all shot up, Marty, because those are like the next those are like the next good options. But Mana Vault's I can't see a world where Mana Vault gets banned because it's basically like a colorless dark ritual like that. In most decks, you're never untapping it, and you're just taking damage for the rest of the game. Like if you're like a blue deck that's playing artifacts, and you can abuse the untap.
Oh,
Like
yeah, even in my deck, the Urza deck, if I use it like a turbo ramp thing, and then I don't usually untap it for a while unless I have an effect that untaps it, or I have just a lot of extra mana and I just feel like paying it and just like, all right, I'll just untap it this turn because I have extra mana.
yes.
But most of the time, it just kind of sits there afterwards.
Yeah, but people are savages. Like, if you haven't seen the price of Mana Vault, like, people are insane. And this is a card that has actually had a lot of printings. Because, like, look, right? But, like, look now, Derek. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. This is the one I have. Just this regular one. It's doubled in price. Look at that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Like I cannot believe like this is how like savages are in Magic. It's like they move to just the next best thing. I haven't actually looked at Ancient Tomb in a while, but I would imagine. Nope, not the Pokemon card. Okay. Well, Tempest used to be the cheap one, and look at it now.
Hmm.
Look at this. Uh, yeah. Yeah. And don't forget, Kyle owns one of these, right? I think he owns like this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's in his Kozilek deck.
I
But
feel bad. I feel bad because my mana crypt, I got as a gift from all you guys.
yeah, and it's fine, dude. Like, Tom, you hit the nail on the head. Yes, exactly. But like I agree with the bans at the end of the day because the problem was it was starting to leak into casual play because people didn't understand why these cards were a problem. Like because people were buying that set that had the 7 mana crypts, putting mana crypt in their deck and not realizing how much of a difference like cuz the problem isn't fast mana on its own. It's that we had enough fast mana to where you're seeing a fast mana source almost every game. And the
Yeah.
other ones that we have left are like in the B tier compared to the God tier. Like we have to understand Soul Ring, you could argue is the greatest Magic card ever printed. Like it's either that or Time Walk. Like you can argue one of those is the greatest Magic card ever printed. That Black Lotus, like either Time Walk, like you know, it, yeah, it was time. And I agree with Soul Ring because they would have made every precon they ever made illegal, which isn't good. Like, imagine a player buying an old precon and they're like, oh my god, I've been trying to get this precon forever. And then they sit down at the table, it has a Soul Ring, and you're like, sorry, you can't play that. You have to take the card out. Like, no, that's. Plus, like, Soul Ring is a manageable card because it's 38 cents compared to the $200 that Mana Crypt was, the $80 that Dockside was, and the $100 that Jeweled Lotus was.
I think if they had went around it a little bit differently, it wouldn't have been as bad. If they talked more
I
open to the
agree.
community about the potential banning
I agree.
and maybe just reprinted the cards into Oblivion, make them down to like $5
I agree.
slowly. And that way, when you ban it, you don't cut millions of dollars out of the market, and people don't feel so bad.
Jeweled Lotus and Dockside should have been reprinted into Commander precons, and it would have dropped the price. Like Jeweled Lotus should have became like an Arcane Signet card where it could have been reprinted in precons. Like, and that should have been how it is because then people wouldn't have been as mad. But I am entirely okay if we ban cards that have a high value. What I don't agree with is the fact that they went 3 years with silence, never talked about these cards potentially getting banned. The only thing we got was a week before they wrote an article saying that we're looking at the play patterns of Nadu after the banning from Modern to see if it should stay in Commander. And what's funny is Nadu was made for Commander, and look, it's banned in the format that it's made for. Even though people have like a rule zero and knowing what kind of decks that they want to play, no one wants to play against Nadu, not even CDH players, because they take up all of the time. Like, all of the time. And the thing is, like, you just need to play Nadu. Like, you would have to join the devil, is what it would have turned into. But yeah, like, they going from 3 years of banning Hull Breacher and saying nothing, they should have told us. Like, they should have put them on the watch list and told us that there was a potential that this could have happened, but they said nothing. And then, out of nowhere, like, all these cards got banned, and that's not okay. They didn't even talk to the Commander Advisory Group, and that was not okay. And that's why we're in this timeline that we're in, that Wizards owns our format, because they got so much hate online from this random banning of people's collections. I understand, like, we should have been told that This is like $400 worth of product. Like, they should have warned us. They had
Mm.
almost 3 years that they've been talking about this. Like, Dockside has been on the watch list. Nadu was on a watch list. But really, it's Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus that we can complain about because, Mana Crypt has just been around so long that it was just kind of like one of the devils of the format. It's like, yeah, it's around, like, if you play it, you play it, like, whatever. But, now I think looking forward, this is going to be good for the format that they care about, which is casual and, like, a little bit high power casual like we play. Like, but yeah, all right. Let's continue this, Dominic.
Anyway.
But yeah, like, just wanted to talk about that because, like, we haven't streamed since the ban list, and like our game has changed so much in the past 2 weeks. But yeah, I guess they didn't want to learn a lesson and maybe get new people to like run the commander format. They're like, no, let's just dump it to wizards. But whatever.
Anyway, back to our build. Anyway.
Yes. So what else? Okay, so we're only at like 118, so we still got some wiggly room.
Definitely want to get Void Slime disallow. 3 steps ahead might be up in price. I haven't checked it because I love that card.
Wait, Void Slime. Oh yeah, the counter spells. Yeah, Void Slime. And you said 3 steps ahead, right? 3 steps ahead. Luckily, Void Slime's down actually, because of a reprint. Oh my god, this is so much money.
Yeah, we read what it's basically another. It's another Sublime Epiphany, with, and it's also really gross in standard. I don't know if they're still using in standard.
We could play Archdruid's Charm, the green one.
Fortunately, maybe mana shouldn't be too bad with it being 2 colors.
It's only $4 now. Holy shit!
Yeah.
People pick these up. They will not stay $4. This card's fucking insane. What
about Igna and Essica?
Definitely Cyclonic Rift. Oh, Igna and Essica is cool.
Because they were mostly creature. We can only use the mana to cast creature spells.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's worth it, but it just because it says creatures you control have vigilance, so we could use our tokens that we're making every turn potentially. That's what I'm thinking of it. Just it makes tokens. We could use those to cast creature spells, then leave our actual mana open for like instants and sorceries. Because we still should run those.
What's the name? What's the name of the guy that is just another elemental bond, but it's a creature?
Isn't it like Garuk's Pack Leader?
Because I think that effect is going to be so good in our deck with our commander. Yes. I just want to play all of them. All 3. Up to Beanstalk, because that card's fair, I've heard.
Yeah, that's equal to mana value, though, so it's a little bit different.
Yes, but up to Beanstalk is fucking insane. Okay. So did we get Fenzer?
I did mention it before. I don't know if we got in there or not.
Do we want to play like instant speed stuff? Like a Leyline and like a... I feel like this is like a Leyline deck.
Well, almost all the creatures we're playing have flash already that like matter.
Right. Well, we can at least play the land. The Arch...
Oh, yeah.
what is it? Academy? Or no? It's a refuge? Is it a refuge?
Alchemist Refuge, I think. I think that's what it is.
Yes, that's it.
You know what's really oddly funny is that this could also be a 3-tree city deck if we make enough tokens, because they're all serpents with Koma. It is like a $20 card though right now.
Yeah, no, I don't think we need to do that for that. But that is a funny idea though.
Also, randomly, hear me out. So, Whelming Wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does bounce our creatures, but a lot of our creatures are ETB counterspells, interactive spells, and it doesn't bounce Koma and the coils. So it just resets all of our uh, creatures that we want to flash in anyway.
Yes. I'm also thinking a control deck wants a Ristic Study, right?
Yeah.
And a Nyx Bloom Ancient.
Remember, careful on price though. Like,
Yes, yeah,
yo,
I know.
have you seen the price of Nezahal?
Oh my god. No, I have not seen the price in Ezal. We should play it though. For sure. Also,
Look at her. Look at her. $7.
Also, Rishkars.
She was a bulk rare for like the longest time.
How much is Last March? Return of the Wild Speaker. How much is Last March? Jesus Christ!
Well, that's that version, right?
Maybe.
Because isn't that the secret lair?
Hold on, I want to get Nyx Bloom.
Okay. Yeah, it's much better. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that much.
We should probably play it, right? I mean, I feel like it's really good with our commander. I don't know.
I mean, draw 6 for 8 isn't
also,
bad.
Apex Devastator's like $4 now, so
if we want to go that high though, we gotta make sure we get a decent ramp in there too.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna fit Nyx Bloom and Zendikar Resurgent.
And but those are also high cost, so we need ramp before that.
Yes, 100%. We gotta play a lot of ramp. So Apex
Plasma Capture I kind of like for these things. It's a nice counter spell. It's like budget managing. Oh, and just restoration because of how big our commander is.
Yes. Also, Saval, Heart of the Wilds is only $5 now. So I'm putting her in. Did he get the Rift? Should we play an extra turn spell to, like, loop with... If we play Solve the Equation in Season Pass?
Oh, yeah, you just do any... It's the one that doesn't target is probably the best bet, because then you can't get it, like, it's retargeted.
Okay, so
was that
we want Solve the Equation?
It's like Is it Temporal Mastery?
Well, you want to do one of the... How much is...
It's the 5 mana one.
Yes. I think it's the... Hold on. This one?
Yeah, Temporal Manipulation. Because if someone like says like changed, like, you can't change the target of it because it doesn't swerve.
Damn, the one from Portal is so expensive. Okay, so there's a... Alright, we played the $7 version.
We got Entis Restoration.
Yes.
Because I like those, like the...
Because we could play like a Tatiova as well and play like land ramp. That seems good. And we can play like some of the like cheap fetches. She draws a lot of cards. If we're gonna play a lot of instant, we should put more counterspells, right?
Yeah, it was definitely Arcane Denial counterspell itself.
Isn't Arcane Denial like a lot?
Is it? No, it just got reprinted.
Oh, nice.
It's funny how Arcane Denial like constantly peaks up to like $5 or something, and then
regular
it gets reprinted.
Disallow.
thought we got disallow.
No,
Or didn't get there yet.
we got Void Slime.
And 3 steps ahead.
I think I got 3 steps ahead. Yeah.
Do we got generic counterspell?
Yes. Do we want like a confluence or? Do we want to play like Archmage Emeritus, like the one that draws?
Next, we're not going to have all that much instants and sorceries, I don't think.
What about a Djinn?
If that's non-creature spell, right?
Yeah, we have 12 instants. We have 6 enchantments, and then we have 7 sorceries so far. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll think about it later. Rashmi's just better.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got her in. Yeah, she's there.
Oh, you know what I like in here? Wilderness Reclamation.
Oh, yeah, I'm tapping. And we should play the Sphinx. Ooh, look at the price of Wilderness.
Yeah.
Where's our second son?
Because it kind of got printed into Oblivion.
Oh! He's budget. How about a Consecrated Sphinx? That's a fair card, I've heard.
Not budget.
How much do we have? 300? I feel like it's so good, though.
Yeah, we can find other ways around it. We don't have to run every single high value good card. Oh, did we put Hullbreaker Horror in?
I believe so.
Because that's a pretty gross one.
Yep.
I'm always a big fan of Rewind. Like Mana Drain is cool, but it's expensive.
How much is Fierce Guardianship? Yeah. Also expensive.
I mean, we could run the Mystic Confluence. I do like Confluence. Cryptic Command is also not too much money anymore.
What about Old Gnawbone? I'm putting in the maybe word. And the Great Hinge in the maybe word. But yeah, should we do Archmage? If we're going to play like this much interaction?
I mean, we could try it.
We definitely need ramp. So we got a Soul Ring. We're probably going to want a Decanter. And a Thought Vessel. And a Reliquary. Is this any other MDFCs other than Balagad?
I mean, Seagate's always kind of nice. Oh, wait, what's that new one? It's like a bounce spell.
Seagate's $27.
Wow, Sink into Stupor, but it's already like $6. That.
Yeah, because it's a great card. Guess we can play it. Alright, we need ramp. Sakura Tribe Elder.
I'm always a big fan of like Cultivate and Farseek. Not Cultivate and Kodama's Reach. Just like having the extra land in hand.
Should we play like an Unnatural Growth? It's only $2. Double power and toughness.
I guess
Has
not the
like
worst. Like
an
making
alternate
everything
wing
sick.
con.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap as well, like only $2. Uh,
What about a shamanic revelation? Because even if our commander's just out there making tokens, like that could get there.
mhm.
I also think maybe a migration path because I just like the ramp too, and at worst we could just discard it to draw a card.
Guess a Sky Shroud claim. Oh, Beast Within.
Well, also, what about Uvenwald Hydra? I love the new artwork for Beast Within too, by the way.
Uvenwald Hydra? The one
Yeah,
that gets a land?
yeah. I mean, it's a big creature that gets big and gets a land.
Okay. What else?
Same thing with like Farhaven Elf and Wood Elves.
Rampant Growth. 3 visits. Nature's Lore. Guess Harrow, because we have the Tatiola. Then we can play Evolving Wilds. This is for color fixing. Evolving Wilds. Terramorphic. How much is a Misty Rainforest these days?
I have no idea.
$23. Should we play that? No. We could play one of the budget ones. Myriad Landscape. How much is AESE?
It just got reprinted, so it shouldn't. Maybe it's not too bad.
Ooh, we're fitting.
Yeah, it was a mystery booster card.
Okay, we're
Or
playing.
a
We're
3
playing
or
more.
something after it.
We're playing more fetches. So Fabled Passage.
Oh my god, this is gonna go over budget so hard.
No, 346.
And we haven't had any lands yet.
Yeah, but the rest of the lands
Simic lands are
easy.
pretty easy.
Yeah, the Simic lands are cheap. Yeah, they're easy, and we can also just play the like. We're not even if we're not gonna play the Misty, then it doesn't really matter. Like if they have to be like we can just play all the budget fetch ones. And also, like, we're a lands deck, so we can play mainly basics and be fine. Any other good cards we're missing? Should we play Capsize as a wing con as well?
Well, we don't have a way to make infinite mana, right?
Yes, we do. Paragon
Oh, right,
Dragon.
we do. Right.
But it's also just really good with Seaborn Muse. I like Capsize, and if you're gonna do the Seaborn Muse thing. So, okay, at this point, I think an Archmage Emeritus will be good.
All right.
Because we're gonna play a lot of instants and sorceries. How much is Jin? It's just... Isn't it just called Jin Gitaxis?
It's the flip one, right?
It's the core... Which one is it?
It's it's Jin, and then it will be a flip card.
Yes, this one. Oh, it's only $4.
Remember, there's like 3 versions of that card.
Yes.
That's the thing about like rares and mythics
1, 2,
now.
I want to count how many things it triggers with. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This doesn't change the mana cost, right? Or does it?
No, it's more additional costs. I don't know how that works actually. I forget. Let me check because I know that was a new mechanic.
Yeah, 1. 2 plus 8 is 10, or minus 1. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I think 34 cards is good to run this one. Okay, now we got to get lands.
So it says the mana value of a spell with Spree is determined only by its mana cost in the upper right corner of the card. It doesn't matter which modes you choose or which additional costs you pay, including any additional costs imposed by other effects. So the mana value of 3 steps away ahead is just 1.
Okay. Is there any other lands we could play? Like, is there any of the new ones that we can play? Like, should we play the...
Well, we could play. I'm thinking of something cheaper here. Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah, Castle Garenbreak is always really cool.
Well, I'm talking about for fetch lands right now. I mean, we could play Castle.
Just like what fetch lands to run?
Well, yeah. Like, is there any of the like Evolving Wild type cards that we can run to make ASE and Tetiova better?
So we got. Well, Prismatic Vista is expensive.
Yeah, no, I put Fabled Passage. I put Fabled Passage, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse.
It's Blighted Woodland is the other one.
Blighted Woodland? Oh, well, yeah, that one. Yeah, I guess we can play that one.
It's kind of like another Myriad Landscape.
Isn't there like a Bant one that like enters and sacks and you gain a life? Right?
From the was it not Cadbury, the courtyard,
yeah,
the Cadbury courtyard type effects.
Yes.
I guess we could if we're running a lot of those though, we have to make sure we have a higher land count.
Yeah, we don't have to run that one then. It's fine.
No, we still can. So Broker's Hideout.
Okay, that's the last one now. Alright, so we can get in some lands now. Let me get some basics. So we just need island and forest. We don't need snow covereds. What other lands?
Oh, you got Command Tower?
Yes, I got that. How much is Breeding Pool? 17. We're at 63 right now. So we can not play Breeding Pool and play like all the other ones.
So Tangled Islet is one of the ones that we could tutor that's on the budget side.
Yes, we should play all those.
It's not a lot of them, honestly.
Just two, not the surveil one, because I'm sure that one's expensive.
Yeah.
But there's a snow-covered one.
Is it Rhinewood Falls?
That sounds right. Forest Island, yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I don't know how much the surveil land is. You know, I'm gonna actually imagine that the blue-green one would be one of the cheaper ones. Because in the other formats, it's not really played with graveyard stuff.
Oh, also, instead of the sack land that the ETBs, there's also Urza's Cave, which is 3 mana, search your library for any land, put it into play.
So it's called Hedge Maze. Hold on, I just want to look at how much that is. And you said Urza's Cave as well. Yeah, see, Hedge Maze, $10 fucking. Jesus Christ, those lands. All right, so you said Urza's Cave.
Yeah.
That's a great land. Okay. And then should we run the like Battle Bond lands, Yavimaya Coast?
We do think on my coast. We never do Hinterland Harbor because that's one budget is budget.
Hinterland Harbor. Well, it doesn't have to be entirely like, you know.
I ain't true. Simic Growth Chamber.
Hinterland Harbor. Is there any other non-legendary copies that we missed?
There is, but I don't want to run too many of them. That's not really the focus of the deck.
Is there any that are instants and sorceries?
There's a bad one. That's an instant speed because it copies a creature spell.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I got Semi-Growth Chamber. What's the Battle Bond land? We can play the Innistrad and the Battle Bond land.
So it's Rejuvenating Springs.
Yep. It's only $4.
Dreamroot Cascade, and that one's super budget.
Dreamroot Cascade, and then also, oh my god, that's $1.
Yeah.
What did we miss? How much is the filter in this color? What is it called?
Flooded Grove.
Flooded. I'm curious. Wow, 32 cents. Let's go. Okay. Wow, Simic is great.
Yeah, because a lot of their land stuff, like they don't really need. They don't need as much. I guess it's not as relevant. But with good tutors and like your with the other like dual lands that they run.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other lands we want to play?
No. The only thing I'd probably want to run is like a Yavimaya at most, but
we got space for it. Let's see what our primary color is before we make that statement. Okay, so it's mostly green. Pretty close though. 57.
That's cool. It shows cost and production, so how much mana we produce.
Yes.
Versus our. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is the newest update. Yep. And then look, it has the average. Look, now it has them separated by spells as well.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yavimai is only like $5, right?
That's been going up.
Has it? Cradle Growth? 7's fine.
No, that's not too bad.
How much is a Besieger these days? Sheesh, $30. Not playing that. Okay. It's probably just going to be mostly basics for the rest. So mainly green. Okay. We only have one MDFC. That's 35 lands. Should we play one more?
I would say with all
Or
how much,
36.
how many,
I mean, it's 36 because the MDFC.
I would try to get us closer to 40 with how many fetch lands and stuff we have.
Well, we could just like cut down. We don't have to play all of them. It was just like a suggestion. Like I think, like obviously this one is a bad one. Okay. We could just choose not to play Terramorphic.
Yeah, okay.
Just play an extra. I cut the two bad ones. 10 forest, 6 islands. Or should we do 11 forest, 5 islands?
No, I think a fair split is fine because it's pretty close, and we still want to make sure we hit them.
Okay. All right. We gotta cut only 9 cards. That's not bad.
I thought it was gonna be way more than that.
Nope. Okay. Only 29 creatures.
You know, I actually might be okay with cutting Apex Devastator because we do have a lot of interactive spells,
Yeah,
and
you're
he's
right.
not so great.
In a counterspell deck, he's not good.
Yeah.
If his stuff said Discover, like where it can be added to the hand, then he would be good, but it's not. Actually, we should do a check for up the Beanstalk.
Okay, so yeah,
so
it's
our
5 or higher.
commander-
So our commander.
Yeah, the ASE.
2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11, 12,
11, 12,
13, 14,
13, 14,
15,
15, 16.
Could be 17.
17, 18,
19.
19.
No, I think I'm going to
20.
cut it. It's not as much as I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 And,
How many instant stories in total do we have?
we have, let's check. We got 17 instants and 15 sorceries. So yeah,
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Archmage is insane.
Yeah.
And same thing with Jin Gitaxis.
And also Rashmi is also just straight up draw.
Yes.
How many creatures do we have in total?
28.
You know, I'm actually thinking it might be we could cut the Essica, whatever her face is, Inga and Essica.
Yeah, we don't have as many creatures.
Yeah.
How much money do we have left? 370? That sounds like a Consecrated Sphinx to me. I mean, out of everything, like, it's definitely the best. Right? We don't need Old Gnawbone. I think we can also cut... Do you think we cut Unnatural Growth, or are we, like, actually trying to kill people with damage?
I don't think we need Unnatural Growth. I think if we have it going, like, we could just build up and end up just swinging with our board without it.
I mean, I guess it's nice to have something that is making things bigger.
But we're never going to get anything, like, that's going to be too crazy huge. Like, at most, what we get, like... I get, like, 12-12 with our commander, or, like, a 10-10. But a lot of our other stuff isn't going to be all that much scarier. I mean, having all of our tokens as 6/6s could be pretty scary. I mean, there's some cool stuff in here that is probably worth it. It makes defense really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's anyone's combat. Let's look at the instance. Is there anything we don't like?
What if we cut out? Can we cut out like one ramp source? Because we have a whole bunch, don't we?
There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you count these, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes.
So I'm cool getting rid of maybe like a rampant growth. I know it's rampant growth is just becoming like the chopping block card.
I don't think it's entirely bad to run like 2-drops, but it doesn't make that much of a difference when your commander's 6 mana. But like if this was like a 4 mana commander, I would argue that like the 4-drops are worse, but no, it's a 6 mana commander, so this is gonna be just as good as a 2-drop. I guess just one of the 4s?
I think Sky Shroud because it can only grab forests. I know they enter untapped, but yeah.
Do we still like Whelming Wave?
I think so, because like again, if we bounce only all of our creatures, I don't see it as a. I guess unless it's like a Nyx Bloom Ancient.
Wait,
but then
we didn't add the extra turn spell.
Oh, we didn't.
We forgot it. It was temp. Wait, I swear I added it. Hold on.
Yeah, I remember you looking at it.
Did it go into the maybe board on accident? It's not there though. It would be right here. Did it get added into something else?
No, I didn't see it because it had the time spiral on it.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Just stacking out. This is trying to like control, draw, and win with a combo, I think. Do we need to play like a instant win card? Or do we think Blue Sun?
Well, the thing is, if we have infinite mana, we don't have a way. We don't have a way to win on our like targeting ourself withdrawal because we don't have like a Jace or a Thassa or anything.
But we have Blue Sun.
Well, I'm saying if we have the infinite mana, we can't target ourselves with it to win.
Can't target what? With Blue Sun? Yes, you can.
Well, we can, but I'm saying is that we don't have Thassa or Jace or anything, so we'll just lose.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. We gotta cut 4 cards.
It's my least favorite part because I like all these cards.
It's probably more ramp.
I'm actually maybe okay with taking out one of the land versions because those are the slowest that don't synergize with anything.
Which one?
Because like Blade Woodland's cool and all, but it doesn't really like our other spells at least do stuff if we have like creatures in play.
Right, but we're not playing 40 lands. Remember, we're only playing 35. Yeah. Plus the Balagad. I believe I added a Balagad. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't end up going with 40 lands because it's not like that much of a land stack.
What if we cut out the copy spell? And we just don't care about making copies of Koma. No, but that could run over the game.
No, they asked us to
Oh, okay.
I think they asked us to do that a little bit, yeah. Because they wanted Koma to be the theme. Uh hmm. I guess Uvenwald.
All right. We
It's
don't have
just
any lands that are just like go absolutely bonkers.
yeah, we don't need him. Same thing with Urza's Cave. We can just cut Urza's Cave for like a basic or just like put the evolving ones back in. I think the 4 fetches are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe Rewind is the one counterspell.
I mean, yeah.
Out of everything else, I think it's just the. If we're playing Wilderness Reclamation, like all the other things that are letting us just untap our lands anyway, like I don't think Rewind is as necessary. I think it's good, like if you're not playing Seaborn Muse and all those cards and ways to tutor them. We need to cut 2 cards. Dos Equis. We're running 26 creatures. I don't want to cut down on creatures too much more, because then, like, we're getting into the territory if we have to talk about if Guardian Project and Beast Whisper is any good.
No, yeah, I agree.
So it's probably going to be an instant or sorcery or enchantment. But I don't think we're cutting any of the enchantments. They're all too good. Land untapping, drawing off the commander. Like, this is going to draw 4 cards a turn. Or 4 cards that go around, you know? So, like, those seem way too fucking good.
We cut the heuristic study.
No.
Just not to piss people off.
Well, if he's playing semi-control, I think he's already going to piss people off, so... like, Hullbreaker Horror, I think, is more annoying than Heuristic Study.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a quarter of the price, right? Isn't Hullbreaker Horror like $2? He's $4 again. Nice. Yeah, I don't want to cut any of the creatures. The rest seem really good. Especially a world where we put a Frilled Mystic on a Deadeye Navigator with a Seaborn Muse. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Are we having fun?
You know, I think I'm okay with also
Venzer's...
doing...
Oh, we do... Venzer's a payoff.
Yeah. Also, I think the Jin, I'm okay with also...
No, Jin is so good. It draws way more than... If you want me to count it again, it's 1, 2... Just from those, and then it's...
Well, no, it has to be non-creature spell.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
And then it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30, 32. And also, the cool thing is if we're trying to do an infinite, we get to draw cards, like, as it's going. And also, like, his back effect is really strong. It's a Seagate Restoration.
I'm cool with cutting potentially like another Nature's Lore or
I'm thinking
the other one.
Maybe no.
No, the two searches are I like a lot more. Like just the 2-mana get a land don't feel as good as not having a body or not putting another land in our hand for next turn.
I guess it's gonna be the forest one. No, actually, the forest one is better.
Well, they're both the forest.
Yeah. which is the more expensive one, so this one's going.
And maybe with how... Did we cut off instant sorceries where Emeritus is still good?
16 just instance. And no, we're still in the 30s.
It's 29. Yeah.
Yeah, in the
So
30s.
it's still more than we have creatures with the other dude, Beast Whisperer.
Yes. I mean,
unless we cut the Beast Whisperer and go down to 25 creatures and make him less important.
My thing is, it's still always going to work with our commander.
Yeah, but that's like a one time, like, and we do have a lot of expensive creatures that sometimes we'll want to play like hard to play, or we want to play our ramp creatures beforehand, but he gets in play. I know it's kind of awkward to say, but I think we have a solid enough draw with a lot of our other stuff that I don't think we really need him. I think other stuff we have just works overall better.
Yeah. All right, I want to look at the budget first. Is there any cards we want to add to cut things? My vote is a Con Sphinx, because it really does make that much of a difference. Like, this just takes over games.
They say we cycle out another creature for it then. Because we put one in, we take one out. Is it randomly Beast Within?
No. That's like our only way to deal with some stuff.
Or Capsize.
Other than Rift.
And Capsize.
Yes,
and Venser.
but Capsize is only... These are only bounces. This actually kills something. And this exiles. Yeah, Venser, yeah. But again, only bouncing is delaying and not, indefinite removal. Whelming Wave is kind of funny. Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Yep, that's right in the head. Okay. I feel like there's
no ramp.
Okay, there we go. We just need to see one land, and we're goaded.
Uh-oh. It's all right. Got hit right this next draw land. Uh-oh. Right here, land.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that was a land. Open good. Okay.
There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we can start with this. And
because we have get the island because we have Yavimaya in our hand.
We technically gain a life, but I don't care to put it. Okay. Guess we'll just play that. No, actually. Keep the counterspell up.
It's like, look at me, bro.
And then we can go this and...
We could also still leave counterspell open.